Shalom, this is Spirit Bears Witness, Akaban Yasharallah. I camp at Lions Den of Yasharallah, Jacksonville, Florida. First and foremost, I'd like to say a prayer to the Father and the Son. Kal, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ha, Rekah Kadash, Ma'amaf. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Double honors to my elder as well. Ahar Wan Ban Yasharallah, the Lions Den Camp. Peace and salutations to the Akim, women and the children of the four corners of the earth. Shalom. Okay, Shalom, I'm back with another lesson. This lesson is going to be entitled, it's going to be entitled, In Those Days and At That Time. That's what it is, Slakia. I'm just going to go through some scriptures, right? Like I said, it's going to be titled, In Those Days and At That Time, and that's the time, or the Lord, doing his work, accomplishing the words that he said. The prophecies coming to pass, all ultimately all the way up into the to the redemption of Israel, by our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai, the Redeemer, right? So I'm just gonna start right here at Joel 3:1, right? And it reads, "For behold, in those days and at that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem," that's the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. and that time, if you had eyes to see and ears to hear, you'll understand these is the very same times Yahweh Bashim Shai spoke of, where he will begin to visit the earth that he made. Begin where you could see, hey, he moving. You seeing everything coming to pass as well. You seeing the end approaching, and it's fastly approaching. Only those with the eyes to see and the ears to hear, and with the Spirit of the Lord on them, are going to see it. Everybody else is going to remain in the congregation of the dead. That's why they can't see these things approaching. They still stuck on whatever foolishness they had been led to believe, that that strong delusion or whatever the case may be. The Lord has forced them to believe a lie so they can't get the truth, and that's for 2/3 of our people, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, along with the speckled bird. They look like the heathen will follow the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? They won't be able to attain this truth, even though it's happening right before our very eyes. They still deny, scoff, and all these things against the men of the Lord, when everything is playing out exactly as the Lord has said it would, exactly, right? So I'm gonna begin. This is Joel 3:1. I'm gonna go to It says, "For behold, in those days and at that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem." So, in those days and at that time, Judah is still in captivity. Jerusalem, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, is still in captivity, and it may not be that a cat-out slavery, but we still suffered to pay taxes. We still suffered to go to work and do all these things, and to build up other nations, and people don't see it like that. It's like we still in the same place where we was made to serve. Nobody set us and let us free, redeemed us, or said y'all can go back, or even confess to tell us who we were. The Lord brought this truth back to the world. He gave us our identity again. It wasn't the truth wasn't told, or the heathens didn't say, "Oh, y'all are the children of the living power." We lied. We said we gave y'all these bywords as titles, as black and Puerto Rican or Mexican or any of those things. They haven't told us who we were as a people or any of those things. This is through the Spirit of the Lord. That's why 2/3 of our people won't never get it. But I bet you, if the damn devil came and told, "Hey, y'all are the children of the Lord," they'd be more amped to believe that. And instead of, that's why they got to be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't believe the words of the Lord. Yahweh Shai. They don't believe the words of the living power. They rather pit their trust in man. You know what I'm saying? And men lie. And damn showed the damn basis of men, the deceiver, the devil, Esau, Edom. the so-called white man, right, who has lied in it, on every on who is the father of lies. I mean, and I know that's like another lesson. So well, anyway, sometimes I go in on that. So I'm just beginning, and it says Joel 3:2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and part of my land. And that's the Lord is moving on. He mustering the armies, the host, the battle to get ready. You know what I mean? All the chess pieces is being set in place. Everybody is what do you say? Let the weak say I'm strong. You know, they're turning their pruning shears into spears and all that type. They getting their weapons, they getting their armaments ready for war. You know, that's what it is. And only like I said, only those with the eyes to see it and the ears to hear it, and the Spirit of the Lord is dwelling with them. They understand the time that we're in. You know, and the hopeful elect are in his spirits is being lifted and lifted up, because we know it's the time is at hand where we're going to be redeemed. You know, we're going to see our Savior. We're going to see Yahweh Shai. We're going to see Yahweh Shai crack them clouds and do a mighty work. You know, and deliver us. You know, and that's what we're hoping in. That's where our hope and our prayers lie. You know, and not only being witnesses of it, and it is being here right now, coming upon us. We watching it, and grateful and thankful that Yahweh Shai has opened our eyes to see it, even because we can see 2/3 of our people can't see it, can't understand it, no matter how hard you try to explain it to them. That's why you got to understand that this is a gift given to us from the Lord, Yahweh Shai. Right? It says, I will also gather, it's Joel 3:2, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and part of my land. Because that's what they done. They took hold of the land of Israel as if it was theirs, as if they were the people who stole their heritage, identity thieves. And now the time has come, where everything is being exposed. Yahweh Shai is lifting the curtain of lies and exposing everything, even making it plain. You know, it says where I'm at. Right. Okay. Yeah. So that's what it is. So let's go to Lamentations 4:21. Okay, this is Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. Hey, they feel like they so much in control, and they don't get so drunk off their power and all the things that they've wickedly done. They feel like nothing can stop them, but they ain't thinking about the latter end, right? It says rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. What cup? The cup of the wrath of the Lord. You know, the Lord's indignation. That cup is going to pass unto them, and they're going to have to drink the whole cup. You know, and those no more shall they be called tender and delicate. Right? It says Lamentations 4 and 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked. Expose thyself. That's why if you look in it, if this is what if your spirit is showing you, you know, if the Lord is with you, you can see, they telling on themselves. You know what I'm saying? the men and women of their nation is telling what he says. I'll make your tongue to fall upon your own head. Hey, they're exposing their own lies, their own treachery, their own deceit. Because why? It's the spirit of the Lord. There's he control of men. What he says. He control the heart of the kings, and the men, whoever, and he make them do whatever he want them to do. We are puppets, right? We go by the will of the Lord. And whether you be on the left hand or the right hand side, it's all according to what the Lord planned out for you, and whatever lot you in is you ain't gonna go no other way but what the way He say. When He say left, you go left. When He say right, you go right. When He say jump, you jumping. Whatever the Lord say, you doing it. And then even and the thing is, through the Spirit of the Lord, we understand these things. But 2/3 of our people, as well as these heathens, will feel like they have free will or some type of power. No. You doing whatever the Lord commanded you to do. And what it says, when men are asleep, He program them, or he writeth their instructions. Salaki for not being verbatim, but yeah, this is what it is. Nothing moves but through the Spirit of the Lord, right? It says, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. Hey, that's the nation of Israel. Our punishment is at the end, almost at the end. Hey, we got to go through the straits, But when we get through the straits, it's gonna be heaven, but that's only for the elect, that the remnant, that follow the words of Yahweh Shema Shai, His faithful sheep. What He say? My sheep hear my voice, and they follow me wherever I say go. Yeah, that's the elect, that remnant. 2/3 of our people are blindly following the heathens, and blindly following these false prophets that teach damnable heresies and not teaching the truth to our people. And not only that, because Yahweh Shema Shai has put the spirit on them to lead these people to destruction, to lead them. Because what He says, the blind follow the blind; they both shall end up in a ditch, and that ditch is gonna be that fire. You know what I'm saying? That lake of fire, right? It says, Lamentations 4:22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. That's the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. He will no more carry thee away into captivity, right? He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. And He's making all those sins be known. No more can Esau, Edom, profess to be what's pure, even though they hold that byword over their head like they're righteous, like white, so-called white man when really red, right? The lies that they profess, we're good, we're upstanding, all those things is being exposed as they're the wicked. No one believes, or they say they explored, they found a place. How could you find a place where people were already living there? Where they're already living there, and then you colonize, you enslave those same people, right? And then you try to whitewash history as if you ain't the most vilest, wickedest cancer on the face of the earth. The damn the disease of the earth. That's why you're gonna be totally done away with. Like these plantations Christians like to talk. Oh, Esau done away with. No, they're not. But they're gonna be totally done away with. They're gonna be gathered up as what is it? As a damn I can't, weeds and shit, and then destroyed, totally destroyed. And then the earth is gonna sing again. It's gonna be, we're gonna be good, like just like the damn chatbots that the AI said, if we destroy the Edomites, the world gonna be good. But and that's another story in itself. But back to where I'm at is let me read that again. It says, Lamentations 4:22. The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. Come, and he's making the wickedness of Esau be exposed. No, Esau can't go around saying he's the pillar of this or that, or he created this or that, or he was there. He was the Yasharala. He's the children of the power. All these lies, or the fake small hat people over there claiming that our heritage, right? All those things is being exposed. Those lies is being exposed for the simple fact that Yahweh Shema Shai is coming. He's going to visit the world that he made, and everything is coming to pass exactly how he said. He said, what it says in the beginning of that first, it says, where I'm saying, where was I? Well, that was Joel. Wait, let me go back to Joel. 1 second. Salakia. What is Joel 3:1? It says, for behold, Joel 3:1, for behold, in those days and at that time, we in those days, and this is the time where Yahweh Shema Shai is making everything clear. That's for those with the eyes to see and the ears to hear. Yahweh Shema Shai is open their eyes and ears to see and understand the time that we're living in, right? It says, behold, in those days and at that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. Khan is the time when we're going to be redeemed, right? He said, I will also gather all the nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and part of my land. Khan, these things is coming to pass. It used to be a time where people believed the lie, especially our people, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, along with the speckled bird, right? They believed the lies that was told, but the Lord has opened our eyes. He's opened our eyes to this truth, and we see it clearly. We understand it. Why? Because the Lord is dealing with us. He put His Spirit in our hearts to understand and see the truth, and be healed, and profess His name, the name of Yahweh being the Father and Yahweh Shai being the Son, right? All right, let me go back to Lamentations. I'm gonna read that one time, then I'm gonna go again. Lamentations chapter 4, Slack 4 and 21 to 22. All right, it says, okay, Lamentations chapter 4, verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and shall make thyself naked. Con, and they making themselves naked, but they tongue falling on themselves. They telling on themselves and when you see it, you see a lot of these information coming out about it. Is them telling on themselves, telling the things that they've done or the things that they plan, or whatever the case may be. It says, Lamentations 4 and 22, the punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished. The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover his sins. Con, and now this is when he's visiting them. He's gonna, and it ultimately gonna lead up to this place, Babylon the Great, being utterly destroyed and desolate. Right? It says where I'm at. Right. So let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah 47 and 1. Okay, right? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47, verse 1. Right? It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no more throne. Come. Hey, and you can see this place, America, falling. This place is not the how it used to be like when I was a child, when I was the greatest place, the what is they milk and honey, what does they say, what is the American dream, you can succeed everything here type shit, when it ain't never been a dream. It's been a fucking nightmare, right? For for the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, along with the speckled bird, it's been a nightmare, right? It's never been a place for Jake to thrive or to be to obtain or to live peaceably or to praise the Lord righteously, right? It's been a place where we've been manipulated, lied to, and beguiled, and to believe in a damn lie. And that lie has been pushed and pushed and pushed generation, that we lied to our own selves, right? We raised our children in those same fucking lies, but the Lord Yahweh Shem Ashai, in this day, hey, he has woken his children up to the truth, right? Those with the eyes to see and the ears to hear, those among the hopeful elect, those that call upon the name of Yahweh Shem Ashai in truth and sincerity, and do the things that's pleasing to the Lord, because they know that's our only salvation. Our only hope is in Yahweh Shem Ashai. There is no hope or in this place, no matter what it is, and that should have been known through the Black Wall Streets, the cities that was turned into lakes and all those things. Hey, we should have known we'd never have no type of peace in this place, no matter what it is. And they'll let some jakes get through to make it look as if that opportunity is for everybody. And those jakes that do make it, the things they have to sacrifice to get what they get is not even worth it. It's the damn stupid. What is you to gain the whole world and lose your soul, or to gain anything, the eat the crumbs off the Esau table, and then be numbered amongst the damn 2/3, right? I mean, even though we have no power in any, our lot is what the Lord gave us, So it is what it is, but there's nothing in this world worth losing the favor of Yahweh Shema Shah, or having to not making it on the first run, not being the first fruits. There's nothing. And this opportunity is only for the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, along with the speckled bird. The Lord is not dealing with any other nation. Just in the days of old, the Lord only dealt with the nation of Israel. He's not dealing with any other nation of people. Yasharallah, not any other nation. The Lord don't love any other nation. He only loves the nation of Israel, and that's a lie that's been pushed so long that people believe the Lord love everybody. Well, the Lord don't love everybody. The Lord only love his people. The Bible, the words of Yahweh Shema Shai is only for his people. It's not for no other nation. Right, it says, come down, Isaiah 47:1, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldean. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Because you're no more called pure white as snow white or some shit. No, you are the damn devils, and you being exposed not only through your tongue falling on your own self, on your own head, through the Spirit of the Lord. Actually, the Spirit of the Lord is doing it all, causing it all, and the mouthpiece, the prophets, starting from GMS and the elders and down. Hey, to my elder Aharon Ban Yasrallah and to Lions Den Camp as well. Hey, teaching this truth, exposing the lies that's been taught, breaking down these strongholds in the mind of our people. Those that have the ears to hear, what I'm saying, and see it, because this truth has only been given to the elect, the hopeful elect, those that endure to the end, Those are the only ones that's going to make it, and they're the only ones that's going to obtain to the wise counsel. That's it. Everybody else is going to be led to their own destruction, wherever it be by what they say, by teeth that bite, beast that sting, or whatever the case may be, gun, swords, or whatever the case may be. You're going to die in a lot that the Lord gave you. Only the elect are going to endure to the end. And as well as of the elect, some of us are going to be beheaded, but at the same time, we're going to be risen up. We're going to be still among those first fruit. Whether we be beheaded and die and be unalive as martyrs, or we live and see the day of the Lord and he call us into those chariots, right? those that die in this truth are gonna remain, to the end. I mean, they're gonna be of the first fruit, the first to see Yahweh Shem Shah and to be among them, that is the greatest treasure anyone could hope for, to be the first fruit, to hear the living power say, "Well done, my good and faithful servant," right? I mean, nothing is more greater than that, right? To know you please your Father. So where I'm at, right, let's so it says Isaiah 47. Let me start from the top. Come down, sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground. There is no more throne, O daughter of the Chaldean, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the river. Hey, exposing all these lies, just like a woman expose herself, or like a gust of breeze, blow a woman's skirt up or something, you can see whatever like that. That everything is being exposed. I know you. Just like a person say, "I know you," and you know the know I'm talking about. Hey, I know you now, and that's what it is. It says, "Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, the shame shall be seen." We see it all. That's why they come with this critical race theory and all this shit. History cannot be a theory. When you got the receipts, you got the artifacts, you got everything. And then on one hand they brag about it, they make slave movies, all this shit, and then they turn around and say, it wasn't like it wasn't this, that, and the third, to try to make light of it, when actually it was as harsh as they said. What they got, the delectable Negro, where they how you can cannibalize Jake, and then they don't want their children to understand the abominable acts that they've done, but all of it is going to be exposed, and it's being exposed. Why? Because Yahweh Shem Shai has commanded, and it says so. Right? It says, "Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, the shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man." When Yahweh Shai appeared, when he come back in the cloud, right? Hey, he coming with the heavenly host and power. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna come. He's not coming back on a donkey. He's coming back on a chariot as big as a mountain or bigger. And that's what it is. It says, "Thy nakedness shall be uncovered." Isaiah 47:3. "Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, the shame shall be seen." Everybody's seeing it, even those heathens. And 2/3 were Esau, and highly respecting. They praise that false idol, Jesus Christos, right? They see it. It's a point where you can't deny it. The wickedness that this damn devil has done, and once you see it and you understand it, it can't be unseen. Like once you learn the truth, it can't be unlearned. You know what the truth is, no matter if you want to deny it or not. The truth is the truth, right? It says, "Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, the shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man." As for our Redeemer, the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai of hosts is his name. The Holy One of Israel, Yahweh being the name of the Father, Yahushai being the name of the Son, right? It says, "Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldean, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms." You ain't gonna be, everybody ain't gonna say, "Oh, America is the best, this, that, and the third," or this, everybody flock to this place is a meshing pot, or whatever like that, where all the nations come to gain wealth and all that. This is not gonna be that. That's not what this is. It says, sit thou silent and get there in darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. You ain't gonna be the top nation, a top authority running around being the hammer of the earth. It says, "I was wroth," this Isaiah 47:6. "I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy." Right? And they didn't show us no mercy, even when so-called slavery was abolished, they just made it a different type of form of slavery with social security cards, this, that, and the third, birth certificates, you know. With those that understand, they understand. It says, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thy hand, because the damn devil, Esau, Edom, he and the Grecians, the Hamites, and Ishmaelites, it wasn't of their power that they sold us to them, or whatever the case may be. It was because the Lord done it. The Lord done it to us, because it was a punishment for being a stiff-necked and disobedient and rebellious children. You know, going against the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Shai. It was a punishment because we're His. You know, and we supposed to do as our Father command, or guess what? We got a punishment coming. Like any father that love his children, he's gonna punish them. He's not gonna let them run amok. Like what it says, spare the rod, you spoil the child. You know, it says, Isaiah 47:6. I was wroth with my children. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancients hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. Because the abominable things they done, we don't even know it all. But the things that we do know was so fucking wicked. You know, they so ashamed of it. You know, but it is what it is, and all of it is going to be exposed, right? It says, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither did this remember the latter end of it all. The Edomites didn't remember what happened in the latter end, what the scriptures say according to the latter end of it all, right? Because they would have moved more wisely, but the Lord put the spirit on them to punish us as he saw fit. It says, thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. Yeah, they think they're going to be the ruling class. They're going to be untouched. What is it? Nice looked at as a perfect or a good, or whatever case may be. In good case, they ain't gonna see no harsh times or nothing, but they was greatly deceived though. What do you say? The pride of thy heart has deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, right? Because that's where they from. Petra, Mount Seir, you know. Look it up. You'll see them images. That's just like they courthouses and all that shit today. All right, it says, therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasure. And what is this place? America, Babylon the Great, right? All it is about fucking pleasure, this, that, and the third. Making money, making cars, living a good life, doing this, that, and the third, eating the dainties of the Esau's table, right? But he says, Isaiah 47:8. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasure, that dwellest carelessly. Because they feel like ain't nobody gonna come and do anything to them. They feel like they can go unalive all over the world, make war all over the world, colonize, right, and inhabit all nations and do whatever they fucking want, but it ain't gonna come back on them. They feel like they untouchable, but the Lord gonna show them, right? It says, therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasure, that dwells carelessly, that says in thine heart, I am and none else. They think it's them and none else. Even and Trump is a perfect example of that, right? I am and none else besides me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. This is what they think. But Yahweh Shem Shai has given is going to show them differently, right? It says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day. The loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for great abundance of thine enchantments. It says what? It says they thinking that it's not gonna happen, but it says but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, In one day, the loss of children and widowhood, and they shall come upon thee in their perfection. Kind of is going to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Hey, loss of children, hey, and widowhood, they men and women, men and children gonna die, right? Perfectly is the Lord, and it's perfect because it's thus saith the Lord. You know what I'm saying? No one can say, oh, why is that this, that, and the third? Yo, Yahweh Shemi Ashai has commanded it, and then who can resist or be utterly beaten to powder or something to that effect? So like for not being verbatim, you can't go against the will of the Lord, and it's perfect. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is perfect, not 99.9 or any of that. The Lord is 100, period. It says, I got to read that again. Isaiah 47:9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day: the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. Come, hey, for their sorceries, their what is it? What is it? Their idol worship, their what is science falsely called? Their what is it that how does it, what I cannot forget, or how they try to say everybody come from cavemen type shit, that all the lies that they taught to deceive people and have people lost in what's really going on. Hey, all those things, they're gonna die. They're gonna be destroyed. It says again. It says, this is why it said, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day: the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, for the great abundance of thine enchantments. Come, all the lies and enchanting, lying to people, beguiling them, thinking and producing and saying lies, teaching falsehoods, right? It's and a nation surely going to be destroyed without the men and the children, right? It says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Come, these damn devils, that's all they trusted. They want to really want to be power, right? It says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none see of me, but the Lord Yahweh Shai see you. And the angels, they send word right back to him. Look, this is what's going on. Hey, the Lord's eyes is 1,000 times brighter than the sun. Ain't nothing getting past the Lord Yahweh Shai. Ain't no lie not being uncovered. Is that everything is going to be shown and made clear. That's why he say, hey, make bare the thigh, expose the thigh, make bare the knee, or with a slack. You know what I'm talking about. You exposing yourselves, and everything is being exposed to the Spirit of the Lord. Yahweh Shai. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. Hey, the pride of thy heart has deceived thee. You know what I'm saying? Just like I just quoted. The pride of thy heart has deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks. It says, thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. So they think they're gonna rule forever, and and nobody can come against them. Just like how the Roman Empire was, the same way, until it was destroyed. Right? Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. Because they ain't gonna see it coming, because they working on they're trying to accomplish their new world order, quote unquote, or their new way of whatever, and not paying attention to that right hook that's gonna come knock their ass out. You know what I'm saying? It says, therefore shall therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. And mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to pit it off. So, and they ain't gonna be able to say, oh, let me pay this, let me pay that, well, let me do this, try to have peace talks or whatever like that. No, it's too late for that, right? The Lord Yahweh Shai has spoken. It is what it is anyway. So it's not gonna be nothing that can put it off or Delay it. It's in perfect timing. You know what I'm saying? Thus saith the Lord. It says, where I'm at, all right, it says, therefore, I'm going to just start back at the top of that. Isaiah 47:11. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. And mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Right? It says, stand now with thine enchantments and with thy multitude of thy sorceries wherein thou hast labored. Hey, now, Lord, hey, standing, all your pride don't told you, all your scientists got it. You know what I'm saying? Your astrologers got it. Your all your false knowledge got it. Stand in that false knowledge that you claim to be, where ain't nothing gonna happen to you. Stand in that and stand on it. You know, and we're gonna and I'm gonna show you what it is. It says, stand now with thine enchantments and with thy multitude of thy sorceries wherein thou hast labored. They done all this work to keep the children of Israel, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, along with the speckled bird, right, from gaining this wisdom of Yahweh Shemashai, but the Lord saw fit to give it back to us. You know what I'm saying? He said, in the land of thy captivity, thou shalt remember thyself, right, and think upon my name. So guess what? We're blessed to have the name of Yahweh Bashim Shai, the name Yahweh being the name of the Father, Yahweh Shai being the name of the Son. He's giving it back to us. Hey, it says, it says, stand now with thine enchantments and with thy multitudes, thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. Because there's been a work, generations and generations. They built lie upon lies upon lies upon lies upon lies, hundreds of years to achieve this. The Lord is still going to knock it down. It says, right when they about to eat, that's when the Lord going to make them spew it all back up. Right, it says, stand now with thine enchantments and with thy multitudes, thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit. If so be thou mayest prevail. That hey, he stand up in it. Now that you done all this work, you won't stand all the way in it. And he giving him a false sense. Hey, maybe you'll prevail, but he already done told you. Hey, who you gonna utterly be beaten to powder? Man, he already said, hey, Babylon shall be a wilderness, man, a desolate wilderness only for desert creatures, a desert. You know what I mean? Hey, the Lord has already spoken what's going to happen. But he tell, hey, go on and stand up in it. Yeah, for real. It says, thou art wearied in thy multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers and the stargazers and the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Because the Lord already said it's coming upon them. So he said, hey, let your scientists, let your doctors, all any false knowledge, left-hand knowledge you got, or whatever the case may be, stand up in that and see how it help you. Right? It says, and see if they would say, stand up and save, and see if it saved thee from these things that shall come to pass. Come upon thee, Slakia. Because it's coming upon you regardless. It says, behold, they shall be as stubble. Whoo! The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves. See, he already saying, when you stand up in it, behold, Isaiah 47:14, behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at night, nor fire to set before them. There ain't going to be nothing to save them. They're going to be utterly burnt. You know what I'm saying? Period. And only Edomites that's going to make it, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be the first fruits of slavery. They're going to be the first ones put in bondage, right? And to start serving out them that double time, that 1,000 years of hardcore bondage, right? and thus saith the Lord. He say, give unto them double. That's what he done to you. Pay unto them double, and that's what it's going to be in every way, right? Righteously though, right? It says, Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one to his quarter, none shall save thee. Even the heathens is around that, like you said, come the meshing pot of the United States of America. They came here. Oh yeah, we got live that American dream. No, they had everybody. They going back to their own land, right? And they everybody fleeing to their own back to where they came from. You know, because they see this place is falling. They see this place is. They see the end of this place coming. They like you can see if you traveling down the road and then you see a dead end of fucking approaching, you know, hey, that's the end. Everybody see that dead end coming, man. And even 2/3 in these heathens that don't say it's Yahweh Shema Shai, that's that dead end. They know that it's a dead end right there, regardless of however it's coming, they see it's coming. Whether they give the credit to the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai or not, they know that end coming. But those with the eyes to see and the ears to hear, they know who it is, who caused all things to happen on the face of the earth. It's through the Spirit of the Lord. Yahweh Shema Shai controls all things. He prophesied. He say prophesied so they had no. You know what I'm saying? I caused it, you know. Period. And even then, even Slack, when we bring out these prophecies to our people, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, along with the speckled bird, you know, and so, hey, look at this, and try to show them the thing that's surely come to pass. They don't believe it, and when they see it coming to pass, they say, oh no. They still come up with another way, or say it's not going to be this or that, or come up with excuses because guess the Lord ain't dealing with them. You know, they're going to remain in their lot. They're going to, bend their back down all the way into the income. You know, that's what it says. That's a stumbling block for them. They're never going to get it, man. Like in Vogue sing, they're never going to get it, never going to get it. They're going to get it after death by pain, death by ICBM missiles, right? That's when they're going to understand, and they're going to be born in the kingdom of heaven through the loins of the men, the prophets that made it, you know? Then they're going to understand. Then they're going to get it, right? Where I'm at. All right, let's go to Jeremiah, and I'm gonna close it out with this one. I'm gonna close it out with this. You know, I don't want to make it. I want to make it too long, but it's still. I'll be talking to. I mean, I ain't gonna say. I'll be the spirit. Hey, spirit be going. I want to go to Jeremiah 51, 51 and 1, and then I'm gonna just jump down to 24 and read 24 and 25, and I'll close it right there. All right. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 1. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. Right? It says, and will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. All these nations going to be against her round about. It says, thus, 51 and 1, Jeremiah, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. Hey, and that's like I said, Babylon the Great, America, United States of America, whatever the case may be, is a meshing plot. It's every nation of people here pretty much, right? But guess what? What it says, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them. And that's everybody, even 2/3 of our people that dwell up in the midst of this place that follow after their ways, celebrate these pagan holidays, give praise to Jesus Christos or any other false idol they worshiping, you know. Hey, they're gonna catch that destroying wind. It says, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will rise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them. Hey, even those that's in the midst of them, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. It says, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. Because all of them, if you coming against, first off, Yahweh Bashma Shai, the Spirit of the Lord, if you coming against him, if you coming against his words, if you coming against his prophets that sent out to teach his word, the mouthpiece the mouthpiece of the Lord. If you coming against them, you coming against the Lord. You are antichrist, and you're gonna be destroyed. Period. You're gonna be destroyed. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And that's what it is. And that goes for 2/3 of our people as well as these heathens. That's what's coming for you. Only the elect are going to be spared the coming destruction. It says, and I will render unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. Hey, this place is going to be, utterly destroyed. Even the once was allies is going to shoot missiles at this place, man. Okay, so I'm going to jump down and I'm going to close it with 24 and 25, Jeremiah. All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 24. 51 and 24. Chapter 51 and verse 24. And I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all the evil that they have done in Zion in your sight, saith the Lord. Come on. Hey, he's gonna that recompense. He's all the evil that they done. He's gonna render it right back on them double time. You know. Behold, I am against the old destroying mountain, and that destroying mountain is Babylon the Great. You know, because mountains represent governments and nations and kingdoms, right? You know, it says behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua, which destroy all the earth. And I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and will roll thee down from the rocks, and make thee a burnt mountain. Well, a burnt, destroyed nation desolate. You're gonna go from the top to the fucking bottom, as fast as lightning type shit. So like I said, I was gonna close with that one. So until next time, I'll say shalom.